Hey, what's up, guys? So to go along with the few gun videos I'm going to be putting out, I want to actually start doing also some ammo reviews. And I think that is a pretty important thing, especially with a lot of people wondering what kind of what kind of round should I have for a certain caliber, what grain, should I buy factory rounds or should I hand load? So, a few things of those I'm going to go over in this video, but specifically I'm going to be doing a ammo review on the Hornady American Whitetail. Um, so we'll be able to get on with it then. Alright, guys, so I reload actually quite a bit, and this is my reloading desk. Actually, it's my brother's reloading desk. We both use it. And I also reload with my grandpa all the time. For that reason, normally I don't buy factory loads. It's cheaper to hand load once you get all the stuff. And overall, you can get better accuracy and better consistency in some guns through certain rounds, depending. Now, all of what I'm saying can be taken with a grain of salt for the mere fact that all guns shoot different factory rounds, hand loads differently. Some guns like a certain factory load a lot better than any hand load you can ever get. And then obviously the other way around. For example, my 30-06, my Ruger American 30-06 loves the 165 grain hand load that we have and that we make a lot better than any factory load I've ever shot. I like the 165 grain in the 30-06. So, it all depends. You gotta try different ammo out. So, anyways, on with the ammo review for the Hornady American Whitetail. I use it in my 308 and 30-30. The reason why is the 308 hand loads that we use and that we make, they didn't work very well. They worked good, but they didn't work great out of my Ruger Mark II Model 77 rifle. They were always pretty consistent in a vital zone. At 100 yards, I'm getting a 3-inch group, not bad. But I wanted to try and get something a little bit different. So in that hand load works very well in my dad's 308, my brother's 308, and my grandpa's 308. So I didn't see there to be a reason to change the load. So I wanted to go out and see if there's a factory load that worked pretty good throughout it. So, and I found these American Whitetail. I bought a box of these, and I bought a box of Winchester, and I bought a box of Federal. I believe it was the Federal Deer Thugs, but that was a while ago, so don't quote me on that. And these shot the best. I'm getting 3 rounds all touching at 100 yards. Amazing. And that's with, like I said, Ruger Model 77 Mark II with a 2-7 Leupold VX2 scope. So, and what can you say about it? I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And it's a very consistent round. The only time I have any problems with them at all is once my barrel heats up. And that's not a problem to me because a lot of times I'm not shooting my 30-30, 5 rounds in a matter of a minute and a half. Whenever I do go target shooting, though, I need to I make sure that I don't shoot too fast. Once I shoot fast and the barrel heats up, the rounds start scattering, which is to be expected. So, but anyways, so this is the 308 150 grain. It's a great whitetail round out to 300 yards. Now I live in northwestern PA. You're not going to get a 300-yard shot too terribly often. Now, if I am hunting long range and I know I'm going to be hunting a field or something like that that's going to be out more than 200 yards, I would take my 30-06. It's just a better range. It's just a better caliber going out. farther. Not necessarily accuracy wise, they're pretty close to the same as a 308. But the 165 grain that we have in the 30-06 seems to shoot a little bit flatter, and it retains a lot more energy throughout through distance. So, but like I showed you, this is the box. I work at a sporting goods store, and we get these in regularly $24.99. They go down to $19.99, $18.99 for a box. So that's a pretty good price. You can see this is just using their plain Jane interlock bullet. Nothing fancy about it. It's pretty plain Jane. You know, it looks a lot like and acts a lot like Winchester soft point, jacketed soft point, which I use in my 223. So the accuracy and consistency is amazing. So, but anyways, on to the 30-30. We hand load a lot of 30-30 rounds, and the main reason why is because, well, my grandpa always did, and he actually used to cast bullets. So we hand load a lot of 30-30 rounds, but a lot of times we use those hand loads for a target shooting or something like that, plinking, stuff like that, not for hunting. Mainly in our 30-30s, we used to use lever evolutions. My brother still uses them. My grandpa still uses them for hunting. But me, being more of a prepper, I guess you could say, than either one of them, I wanted to get a round that shot very close to many other rounds that are on the market. Anyone that has ever used a lever evolution, they know that it's so accurate and great gun against deer. I've shot 2 deer with them, do a phenomenal job, but they do not shoot anywhere close to any other round on the market. They fly so much hotter. They're so different, and also they're really expensive, and sometimes they're hard to find. That is where the Hornady American Whitetail comes into play. This is a $21.99 per box. I have got it at $16.99 before at where I work, and it is an extremely accurate round. Something about these Hornady American Whitetails in these two calibers. I do not have any experience with a 243 or 270, but I do in 30-06 and 308 and 30-30. And like I said, 30-06 was decent, but it wasn't as good as our hand load, so I'm not buying it anymore. But in these two calibers, excuse me, for my guns, which the 30-30 is a Winchester Model 94, they just work amazing. Very consistent, very accurate, and I bought a box of Winchester, their Super X 30-30, like their normal deer round, just a couple months ago, to shoot it and see how well how closely, and they shoot very close to each other. And that really kind of helped my dilemma. So I decided to stick with these guys just because I can get them cheaper than the Winchester rounds, and I do like I said, we like Hornady brass. If we use factory brass, we like Hornady brass better than Winchester or Remington. They seem to take more reloads, but anyways, so, and this is the 150 grain. You can see it has that kind of like the flat round nose type going on, which is a normal 30-30 thing, and this is a great whitetail round, great bear round. Same with the 308. Now with the 30-30, you're gonna want the bear to be a little bit closer, you know, obviously. Now I have no experience shooting bear. I always go out in bear season, and if I see one, it either has a couple cubs with it, and I don't shoot ones that have cubs with it because I know the cubs won't make it through the winter. So I don't have any experience with that. But these do handle a lot like core locks, and you can, you know, a lot of people do have experience with the core locks or a type of interlock bullet shooting bear with the 30-30. What I'm saying is that these are very viable rounds for deer, bear, If you're gonna go out west and hunt elk or moose, you know, with a 30-06 or a 308 round, if it worked very good in your gun, I would not hesitate. You know, if I was gonna go out west, I'm gonna take my 30-06, which, like I said before, I use the hand load. So, but you know, these are very viable, accurate, consistent rounds. Hornady was trying to make a very good all-around cartridge combination that was accurate, consistent, fast, and cheap, and they really did it by using their classic interlock bullet, which I feel like a lot of people don't give enough credit, and I think that's on part of Hornady bringing out so many different bullets, such as the SSTs, GMXs, you know, and a lot of, you know, the lever evolutions for 30-30. I just think their interlock bullets don't get enough credit because they are amazing bullets. You really can't say anything else about them. Anyways, hope you liked the review. I wish I had some ballistic gelatin and stuff like that, but I unfortunately I don't. I'll put some video, or I'll put a couple pictures of my grouping with the 308 at 50 and at a 100 yards with this round, to give you a little bit of perspective. I did have a 30-30 review, Winchester Model 94 30-30 review video that went up before this, and I shot at 50 yards and then at 100 yards, and I did show you the grouping of that in that video, and I can leave the link of that in the description. And I'm not too terribly worried about the grouping on the 30-30 being really tight, because that's, to me, the 30-30 is an 80-yard in gun. If I can hit, you know, within 6 inches at 100 yards, I'm really happy. Just because normally I'm not going to be shooting out that far. So normally at 50 yards, 2 inches is good. So with the 30-30. Anyways, hope you liked the review. Hit that like button. You see it? It's down there, off to the left. Also, subscribe, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You guys have a good day.